Welcome, Colonel Lee. Welcome to my home. Make yourself comfortable there, Colonel. Allow me to get to the point, sir. I have been authorized by President Lincoln himself, with the full blessing of the War Department, to offer you full command of the Army with the rank of Major General. This army being raised to quell this rebellion and, of course, to preserve the Union.
I assume this army is to be used to invade those areas, to eliminate the rebellion by force.
Yes, sir. The federal government has been challenged by these rebels who have been most effective in changing the sentiments of various state legislatures, challenging our Constitution and challenging our central government. The attack on Fort Sumter cannot be ignored.
General, my home is right there across the Potomac, while you can see Arlington House from your front door. My family is spread all over this part of Virginia. If you invade the South, your enemy territory will be there, right across that river.
Well, sir, there is no great outcry for secession in Virginia. It's not a foregone conclusion that Virginia or Tennessee, Arkansas, or Kentucky will join the rebellion.
My friend, may I humbly submit that you're mistaken about Virginia. As you know, the legislature is convening in Richmond this very day to discuss the very issue of secession. Now, perhaps you know their mind better than they themselves. And I regret to say the president's hasty calling up of 75,000 volunteers to subdue the rebellion in the Cotton States has done nothing to ameliorate the crisis. It has only deepened it.
I trust you're not being too hasty yourself, Colonel. This is a great opportunity for you to serve your country.
My country, Mr. Blair. I never thought I'd live to see the day that a president of the United States would raise an army to invade his own country. No, Mr. Blair, I cannot lead it. I will not lead it.
I'm sorry to hear you say that, sir. I fear you're making a most dreadful mistake.
Sir, would you please convey my deepest sense of honor and gratitude to the president, but I must decline his offer. Please tell him, please be clear. I have never taken my duties lightly, but I have no greater duty than to my home, to Virginia.
Now, in the memory of that great Virginian George Washington, who was first in the hearts of his countrymen, and calling also upon the memory of his own gallant father, General Lighthorse Harry Lee, this convention now calls upon Robert Edward Lee to take command of the armed forces of the Citizen Army of Virginia.
President, gentlemen of the convention, profoundly impressed by the solemnity of the occasion, for which I must say I was not prepared. I accept the position assigned me by your partiality. I would have much preferred had your choice fallen on an abler man. But trusting to Almighty God, an approving conscience, and the aid of my fellow citizens, I devote myself to the service of my native state, in whose behalf alone will I ever again draw my sword.
Did you know, General, that George Washington spent his boyhood not far from here? And it's just across that river down there that he was supposed to have thrown that silver dollar and cut down that cherry tree.
That may be so, Mr. Taylor, but it has an even greater significance for me. It's where I met my wife. And it's something these Yankees do not understand, will never understand. You see, these rivers and valleys and streams, fields, even towns, they're just markings on a map to those people in the War Office in Washington. But to us, oh my goodness, they're birthplaces and burial grounds there. Battlefields where our ancestors fought, places where you and I, we learned to walk, to talk, and to pray. Places where we made friendships and, oh yes, fell in love. And they're the incarnation of all our memories, Mr. Taylor, and all that we are. All that we are.
General Lee, you all right, sir?
Sergeant, call for the surgeon, quickly! Give me up, boys.
It's not yet our time, gentlemen. Not yet our time. Gentlemen, let us lift our glasses to our Southern women, without whose bravery and fortitude, without whose love, without whose endurance and sacrifice, not a man among us can stay the course or defend the cause.
Here, here.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's time for a carol.
Doesn't seem right that General Jackson isn't here to see this.
No, Major, it does not seem right at all. But it is the will of God. He's lost his left arm. I've lost my right.